Cannock Chase, a beautiful stretch of Staffordshire woodland by day, but a place of chilling legends by night. For decades, it's been a magnet for ghost stories, UFO sightings, and tales of strange creatures. The most terrifying legend? The Cannock Chase Dogman, a towering wolf-headed beast said to stalk these woods. Witnesses describe a primal fear, a sense of being hunted by something that shouldn't exist. Is it a misidentified animal, a cryptid, or something supernatural, a werewolf from old folklore? Whatever the truth, the stories blur the line between reality and myth. Here, a simple walk in the woods can turn into a fight for survival. And tonight, we follow one such story. Mark and Sarah, having just moved to the area, decided to explore the legendary Cannock Chase on a crisp autumn afternoon. With their loyal dog Buster trotting ahead, they hoped for a peaceful walk, eager to discover the beauty of their new home and perhaps find a sense of belonging in the unfamiliar woods. The forest was alive with color, golden leaves crunching underfoot and sunlight filtering through the branches, but as they ventured deeper, the cheerful sounds faded. The birdsong stopped abruptly, replaced by an unnatural silence. Even Buster, usually fearless, began to slow, his ears pricked and tail low, as if sensing something hidden in the shadows.
Mark, do you feel that? It's like the whole forest is watching us. I've never felt anything like this before.
It's just the woods, right? Still, it's strange. I can't shake this feeling like we're not alone out here.
The sense of being watched grew heavier with every step. The air felt thick and the trees seemed to close in around them, their branches twisting into unfamiliar shapes. Mark called out, his voice echoing through the trees, but only silence answered. The vastness of the forest suddenly felt suffocating, as if they had wandered into another world. Shadows lengthened as the sun dipped lower, painting the woods in deep gold and ominous grey. The path behind them seemed to disappear, swallowed by the growing gloom. Suddenly, Buster froze, his body rigid, a low growl rumbling in his throat. He stared into a dense thicket, refusing to move, every muscle tense. Something large was moving in the undergrowth. Branches snapped and the bushes trembled as if something heavy was forcing its way closer, hidden from sight.
Mark, what is that? I can see something moving. Should we run?
Their hearts pounded in their chests, adrenaline surging as fear took hold. Every instinct screamed at them to flee, but their feet felt rooted to the spot. The primal fear was overwhelming, a sensation that seemed to come from the very bones of the forest itself. The trees loomed taller and the mist began to curl around their ankles. They knew, without a doubt, they were not alone. Something ancient and unseen was watching, waiting just beyond the edge of vision. And whatever was out there, it was coming for them, closing the distance with every heartbeat. Two amber eyes glowed from the thicket, intelligent, malevolent. Mark pulled Sarah close as Buster barked in terror. A massive fur-covered creature emerged, 7 feet tall, walking on 2 legs, with the head of a monstrous wolf. The stench of decay filled the air, the beast's eyes locked onto theirs.
Oh my God, Mark!
The creature snarled and stepped forward.
Run! Just run!
They fled, the creature crashing after them, its footsteps thunderous and relentless. Every shadow threatened to swallow them. They burst into the car park, scrambled into their car and sped away. For a moment, 2 glowing eyes watched from the darkness, then vanished. The nightmare was far from over. The drive home was silent. Shock and terror clung to them, thick as the darkness outside. Every mile felt longer than the last, as if the forest itself was reluctant to let them go. The memory of what they'd seen pressed in on them, making the air in the car feel heavy and hard to breathe.
That night, neither of us slept. Every sound made me panic. The wind against the window, the creak of the house settling, each noise sent my heart racing. I kept replaying the encounter in my mind, unable to escape the fear that something was still out there, watching us.
I kept checking the locks. I couldn't shake the feeling it followed us. I'd get up again and again, peering through the blinds, convinced I'd see glowing eyes staring back. The sense of being hunted lingered, long after we left the woods.
Nightmares haunted them. The Dogman's image was burned into their minds, its silhouette lurking in every shadow. Sleep brought no relief, only vivid dreams of running, hiding, and never quite escaping.
Even Buster changed. He wouldn't go outside at night. He'd whine and scratch at the door, refusing to budge, as if he sensed the same danger we did. It was like he knew something unnatural was close by.
Friends dismissed their story, leaving them isolated and doubting themselves. Laughter and skepticism replaced comfort, and the couple found themselves alone with their fear, unable to share the burden with anyone who truly believed.
I know what I saw. No one can tell me different. The memory is too clear, too real to be a trick of the mind. I'll never forget those eyes or the way it moved.
The encounter shattered their sense of safety. Home, once a refuge, now felt vulnerable. Every shadow seemed deeper, every night longer. The world was no longer predictable. Monsters, it seemed, were real. The familiar became strange, and the unknown pressed in from the edges of their lives. They were forced to confront the possibility that some legends are true. Stories they once laughed at now felt like warnings, and every old tale seemed to hold a grain of truth. Their lives would never be the same. The experience left a mark, changing how they saw the world and each other. The terror of Cannock Chase had followed them home. It lingered in the corners of their minds, a constant reminder of what they'd witnessed. And it would never truly leave. The fear became part of their story, a shadow that would always be with them. Desperate for answers, Mark dove deep into the shadowy past of Cannock Chase, determined to uncover the truth behind the chilling encounter that haunted his thoughts. He pored over faded newspaper clippings, local folklore, and whispered tales passed down through generations. What he discovered was unsettling. For decades, people had reported seeing the same terrifying figure, a towering, hairy beast with the head of a dog stalking the woods at night. These stories stretched back further than he imagined, with each account eerily similar to his own.
We've set up cameras, recorded strange howls echoing through the trees, and found enormous footprints pressed deep into the mud. Every time we think we're close to real evidence, it slips away. Always just out of focus, always just beyond our reach.
Some locals believe the Dogman is a spirit guardian, protecting the forest from outsiders. Others whisper that it's the result of a terrible curse, a man doomed to roam the woods as a werewolf, forever trapped between two worlds. We warn newcomers, don't go looking for trouble after dark. The forest changes at night, and you never know what you might find, or what might find you.
Around campfires, villagers share stories that blur the line between fact and fiction. Each tale adds another layer to the mystery, weaving a tapestry of fear, wonder, and fascination that keeps the legend alive. Is the Dogman a supernatural guardian, a centuries-old curse, or something science has yet to explain? The truth remains hidden, shrouded in the mists of Cannock Chase.
Some believe Cannock Chase is a window area, a place where the boundaries between worlds grow thin and strange entities slip through. Here, reality and legend seem to merge.
The Dogman remains elusive, always just out of reach. A shadow among shadows. No matter how many search, it's never truly found. In these woods, the line between myth and reality is razor thin. Every rustle, every flicker of movement could be something more. And so the legend only grows, fueled by fear, curiosity, and the unknown. In Cannock Chase, the unknown is always watching, waiting for the next chapter in its story to unfold. Mark and Sarah's story is just one of many, each encounter deepening the legend of the Cannock Chase Dogman. Skeptics dismiss the tales, but eyewitnesses speak with conviction and fear. The lack of evidence keeps the story in the shadows, but the terror is real for those who've seen it. Is the Dogman a cryptid, a supernatural entity, or just a powerful legend? The truth remains hidden in the whispering woods. Until proof emerges, the Dogman will haunt the edge of reality and myth. The only question left is, what do you believe? And would you dare walk Cannock Chase after dark?